What's the name of the podcast? Dying Friends Diaries? Is that it? Yeah. All right. So this is the Dying Friends Diaries, episode 8.
Keeping that in.
And we have Avin Jogia on the podcast today.
Avin Jogia. We actually got him.
We finally got Avin Jogia.
Somehow.
And we also got John Legend. Hey, Google.
we got Twitter to somehow recognize Avin Jogia. And we got him on the podcast. How's it going?
Avin Jogia? Me? That's me? I was getting confused because your Twitter name
is Serge Tankian and Avin Jogia's son. I'm your son.
Oh shit. Son.
I'm your son.
So I'm Avin Jogia. Beige.
Yeah.
What's good?
Also, Karth is missing today.
Karth is missing again. He's always missing. I don't know where he goes.
He's busy.
Yeah.
So Avin Jogia, how was it working on Victorious?
How was it being on the cast of Victorious?
Honestly, like, I hated Jade, but I mean, Elizabeth Gillies.
Gillies.
Yeah, I mean, she's like kind of cool, but like, she a bitch.
Okay.
Like, she's exactly the same as she is in the show, as she is in real life, and it's just I don't like that at all.
Okay.
I was like, not cool, and everyone thinks I'm Indian, but I'm only half Indian. I'm British.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Wait, you're British?
I mean, Avin Jogia is.
So to clarify, this is my best friend, Bijan. He's been wanting to be on the cast since episode 5. He was on episode 5, and then I lost all the footage. So we are doing another episode, this time featuring him. Karthi's not here, but hopefully he will be here in the next episode. This is also episode 8. You forgot to mention that?
I did say that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even hear you.
Oh, how I've longed to be here.
Yeah, he's been really begging me. I mean, at first I never expected people to want to be on the cast.
Yeah.
I always thought it was just gonna be a you, me, and Karth thing, right?
Yeah.
Because it was just me and Karth, and we were like, after I did it with you, I was just like, I need you on here because you just match the energy, right? So I never expected people to want to be on the cast, and then that happened. Like, Beige wants to be on it, and then there's a bunch of other people that I know that really want to be on it. So like, I have to like make a list at this point who's gonna guest feature on this. But the biggest thing is I never expected people to be waiting for new episodes.
Who's waiting for an episode?
There's a person waiting for a friend of mine.
There's one person.
Yes, a friend of mine
I still need to watch them.
A friend of mine from Philadelphia is waiting for a new episode.
What the fuck?
Because she watches them
as they come out.
Yeah, as they come out.
What did she think of episode 6 and 7? What did she think of the new co-host?
Well, when I asked her, she was like, I was like, something. I think I asked her about like. Oh, I didn't ask her anything about the podcast, but I was telling her how like we might be recording episode 8. Remember that one time we tried to hang out, me, and Karth, and Karth couldn't make it, and I was just like, oh, it's whatever. It didn't like it kind of fell through.
Yeah.
And I was letting her know, I was like, yeah, we're gonna record episode 8, but it kind of fell through. Karth and Will couldn't make it. And she's like, who's Will?
Yeah.
and I'm like, the third co-host. What do you mean, who's Will? Have you not been paying attention?
So are you going to have like 7 co-hosts at one point?
No. Maybe. I want this to grow.
Isn't the max number 4?
4 is the max number of channels I can do in my interface.
Okay.
I think I can get separate, like, external things.
We can get more max.
But I feel like you should just keep it 3. Like, that's a solid number of co-hosts.
I think so too. I think keeping it for 3, keeping it at 3 for the time being, and then maybe then exploring out into like recurring people.
So, Bijan, are you trying to say like when we have a guest we should kick Karthi off because you said keep it to 3?
No, isn't it you?
3 co-hosts.
It's you,
okay.
You, me, and Karth is a co-host, and he's a guest.
I'm a best.
No, just come back.
I'm a blessed.
Just stay here.
Yo,
I can't, man.
I know.
What?
I touch everything.
Oh.
Yeah, and he has a problem where he has to fiddle. You know what? I should have just you should have not had the pop filter.
I'm gonna say the letter P.
Oh yeah. So
I definitely need one because I'm sniffly.
What does that have to do with a pop filter?
Ooh, my ring made a clanking sound.
So I have 3 pop filters for the 3 mics that I own. The issue is I can't find the 3rd pop filter. I brought it to a friend's house, and I don't know if I brought it back. I think I did, but I don't know. Maybe it's still in my bag, but like I've checked my bag. It's not in there. I mean, I took it to class, so like I don't know where the other pop filter went.
Again, I was helping you pack up.
Right.
And I'm not good at that.
Oh, so it's like I have a habit of getting really close to the mic and screaming.
Yeah.
If I did that straight at the mic and not the space,
oh god, it'd be awful.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't
well,
want that.
That mic right in front of you is going to be yours eventually.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Freebie.
There you go. I have his jacket. I have his mic.
You still haven't taken the jacket.
Wait, what
though.
jacket?
Because you won't let me.
Because
you
I
say
like
you
it.
say it every. You say go ahead, take it, and then you take it back before I leave.
Yeah, because it's a nice jacket. I want you to have it. I want it. I wanted to ask you, what are you intending on doing with that mic?
I don't know. You just asked if I wanted. I said sure.
No, you asked me for it before.
I did because
A while ago.
like a year ago when we first recorded for the first time, you said, "Hey, I'm gonna get new mics. So do you want all the old stuff?" And then I said, "Sure."
No,
Yeah, that happened.
no,
Yeah, it did.
I don't remember asking you that.
Yeah, you did.
Nah, I wouldn't be the type to ask you that.
And then like it.
Because I like hoarding all of my equipment, so I don't think I was the one. I think you asked me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, if I'm getting new mics, then yeah,
No,
absolutely."
you asked me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I could have sworn that you asked me like, "Oh, if you're getting new mics, what are you gonna be doing with the old ones?"
No,
And I'm
you
like,
asked me like because back then I wanted to start a podcast.
Oh,
and
I
you were
see.
like, "I'm getting new stuff soon."
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you want the old stuff, and I said sure. And then you never got new stuff.
Never got money. Never got money. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about money.
Oh, I don't want to talk about money.
There's
What-
too
what-
much.
It's too much.
We just have so
comes
much
to
money, and it's
Yeah.
like, what do we
Well,
do with all of it?
we don't.
No,
But we
us
do,
three.
you know?
Us
Us
three,
three
we
are
have,
like
we have so much
just
money.
Just an absurd amount of money, and we just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
What do you do with all that money?
Well, I once tweeted this. Like, when you have so much money and you don't know what to do with it, every time you tell a lie, you get a nose job to make
To make
nose
it
bigger.
longer.
So you're the living embodiment of Pinocchio.
Pinot Nocio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio. Kids, let me tell you a little bedtime story about Pinot Grigio.
And that's how I met your mother.
That's how.
That's how I met your mother.
That's how I met your mother. You downed that water.
Yeah, I was thirsty.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. Should I have gotten another one?
No, I'm good.
You
I'm
sure?
good for now. Yeah.
Okay.
One use plastic bottles. No
Bad.
bueno.
They're bad. I
No
know.
bueno.
I know.
So no more water for you.
How do you
Well,
like the
if you
environment?
really want water, I have my big water bottle up there. You can just reach up there and grab that.
How do you like
Ooh.
the environment, guys?
What do you mean?
Like, you're a fan?
I mean, I live in New York. It's
Yeah.
like we live in a deciduous forest, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's say it. You live in a deciduous.
In general, like from what I've seen, it's nice. It's
Coniferous
nice.
forest.
Oh wait, I mean, I haven't traveled a lot, but like when
Yeah.
I've been to like nice places.
Bangladesh.
I'm interning. I'm an intern there.
Yeah.
Um,
No, big facts though. Like that would actually be a good opportunity.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be lit. No, it would be a really good opportunity to be able to go in and see the factories, the textile factories and the fabric producing.
Oh man, the
factories.
sweatshops, bro. Have you seen the
Bro.
sweatshops? Yo, you laugh. It's
But it's
like,
real.
it's real,
No, it's
man.
just like,
I've
yo,
seen
we
the
can-
sweatshops.
You guys want to hang out at sweatshops? Like, is that what we're doing later?
We intend to go to the sweatshops.
Yeah, we're going to some sweatshops.
We're going to sweatshops and we're not gonna sweat.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna be in charge.
Bust it out.
But nah, the environment, like, yeah, I love nature. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like talk. I'm not like an enthusiast or whatever, but I don't actively do anything.
Yeah.
Like most people to save the environment.
Yeah.
But like, I appreciate it. You know, like I'm glad it's there.
Not an enthusiast.
I'm not an enthusiast, but I guess you could say I'm a
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
I'm not a
Loosely.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind.
So I have Joey.
Yeah.
Victoria Justice. She fell off.
Honestly,
I
like,
saw a YouTube video
Beca-
that said sorry, I saw a YouTube video that said why Hollywood will never cast Victoria Justice again.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
why-
watch it.
Oh,
I just
you
saw
should
it.
watch it.
I should have. I just saw that it
'Cause,
was there and I was
I
like,
mean, I know Victoria Justice is just bitter about Ariana Grande.
I just don't
being,
really
like,
care enough to watch the video, so like
That's crazy. Ariana Grande was not like the lead in the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then she came out of nowhere and became Ariana Grande.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? That's like
No.
you're not even that big.
But Evan Jogia's got the looks. It doesn't matter. But nah, Ariana
I
Grande.
find
like,
it interesting that Evan Jogia refers to himself in the third person.
why am I Evan Jogia now?
Because you didn't listen to episode 6.
Yeah, you should have listened to the Evan Jogia
Guys,
podcast.
you guys talked about me or Evan Jogia?
Both.
Talk to Evan Jogia.
Yes, we did talk to Evan Jogi.
Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You're Evan Jogi. Who the fuck's gonna tell you what to do?
Exactly.
Jade.
That's true. That's
Shit.
fact.
Elizabeth Gillies. I think we all sing.
I think we all sing. Yeah. Can we just come to a conclusion that we all sing?
All right,
all sing.
that's the perfect place to end the podcast.
Yeah.
Because we all sing.
We all sing.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. I know this is a short one.
No, but CM actually sings.
Can you touch the laptop so that I know if it doesn't fucking CPU overload? Knowing Will, he'll do some shit.
I'm sorry.
He touches everything, apparently.
I do touch everything. Hey, CM, sing for me, real quick.
I never thought that it'd be
We can't
so
do this again.
simple,
We
but
cannot do this again.
I found a way.
I found a way.
You wouldn't known all these inside references if you watched the podcast, bro.
Man. Can we not talk about inside jokes?
That's the whole podcast,
That's
though.
the whole.
Oh,
podcast.
It's just
no.
one after another inside
I
reference.
don't know. The episode 7 was called the episode 6 recap.
Because all we talked about in episode 7 was about episode 6.
So you don't want to do that again?
We don't.
Yeah.
That's why
so-
I told him not to do it. We
Okay,
kept
so
going.
you guys gotta stop. I'm gonna get furious. Evan Joey's face is gonna turn red. Brown boy red.
Furious. I'm gonna get furious.
All right, so I'm really mad at Kendrick Lamar right now, right?
How can you be mad at Kung Fu Kenny? What did
All
he
right.
do to you?
So this is going back to episode 6, and you said we're not allowed to do that.
Oh my god.
What happened in episode 6 about K?
You remember how I was talking about my company idea?
Oh, yeah.
Kendrick Lamar
Stole
stole
it?
it.
Oh,
Full
fuck.
like he did today. He announced this company. I don't know if you guys saw it.
No.
Same exact shit. The same exact thing.
It's a fucking
Yep.
creative.
Yep.
I'm not gonna
Ah,
ask because you already explained it, right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry. But
It's
you're
okay.
invited.
What?
You're invited. You're allowed to. You're coming. You're part of it.
Really?
Company, yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
Oh, shit.
I'm making you head fashion lead.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's me clapping with my ring.
So, can I talk about something?
Yeah.
Your flea shirt that you bought.
So I got this really nice shirt, right?
How'd I know?
It's Armani, right? It's Armani.
Hey, you
and
got the Armani.
the thing is, what I find crazy is I was buttoning it without realizing, and I buttoned the cable inside my shirt. So the cable is now running through me.
How do you
You know,
like it?
remember
It's nice,
in,
right?
remember in like middle school and high school where
Where you-
kids thought they were cool. So
Because they put the headphones through their
I
phone.
wasn't even gonna talk about
that
that.
and then go like this.
I did that at one point.
I used to do that all the
I was gonna
time.
talk about when people had their earphones dangling. from
Yeah,
the
I
inside
just
of
saw
their
that. I never saw this. What the
Now
fuck was
that's been replaced with the whole AirPods.
AirPods.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I do that too. I have Bluetooth headphones, which I just keep one in, and I'll be listening to music while
Yeah.
doing work or whatever.
Yeah.
Some people
During
just
class.
don't even listen to anything. They just keep one
Yeah,
AirPod
I just-
in and
I
they
always
just want to flex.
I always have my AirPods in.
I couldn't tell who hit the mic. I just heard somebody hit
You know
the
it's
mic.
Will because he touches everything.
Yeah, I touch everything.
But yeah, do you remember? You don't remember this? The
No
fact
one
that
did this.
Oh my
no
God,
one
I did.
Fucking did.
I
this.
did.
I did it too.
In
You
West
did-
Babylon, no one did this.
You put your phone in whichever pocket
Babylon.
that whichever pocket that you're gonna lean on. So like if you're leaning on your left side, you put it in your left pocket. You run the headphones up your shirt through. You gotta wear a long sleeve or else it doesn't
Earphone
work.
correction.
Earphone. You run it through your sleeve and then you put it up to your palm and then you lean on the table with your hand on your ear and the headphone in your ear and your elbow resting on the table.
It worked so well.
Dude,
That's pretty-
nobody would be
that's
the
pretty
wise
smart,
here.
though, not gonna lie.
Yeah, right?
Gripe
right?
of the day.
Gripe.
What's your gripe?
Babylon.
What about it?
And
What's wrong
it's
with
nothing to
Babylon?
do. Nothing against you, but
The village or like the train station? What are you talking? Like
yeah,
the-
yeah. The train station, you had it spot
Yeah,
on.
right.
Because like, so I would have to take the train from H Town to to the city,
Yeah.
and every 2 weeks, the train ride would be 2 hours each way instead of 1 hour. So 4 hours in one day on the train because I would have to go up to fucking Babyland. Right?
Babyland.
I would have to go all the way up to Babyland, down to another town, and then like it's just a drag. Like that's I hate Babyland.
So you hate the train.
Well, that too. That's another gripe. That's the bigger gripe.
This
but
is the train
you
to
mentioned
Babylon.
You mentioned Babyland, so it reminded me
How
of
many
the
times
train.
do you have to hear that?
Babyland?
This is the train to Babylon.
Like once every 2 weeks.
I hate it. I hate that.
It's just so long. Like 2 hours each way. Like I could be in Albany.
I could be in Albany right now.
I could be, yeah, in Albany. I can be in the capital. Why isn't New York City the capital of New York? Why is it Albany?
Because New York City was the capital of the United States.
So why didn't it stay that way? Or not stay that way, but why didn't it stay at least like New York's capital?
Wait, what?
Like, why isn't New York City the capital of New York State?
Because it was the capital of the United States. That's
Yeah,
it.
but
Shut
then
the
when
fuck up.
That's it.
so
Okay.
when Washington became the capital, right?
Yeah.
Why
Washington
didn't New York
was
City
the-
Because
become
Albany was already it.
Albany?
Albany? Is it Albany or Albany?
It's Albany.
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 Why is Albany the capital, not New York City?
Yeah.
Because capitals don't have to be the most populous area.
Yeah, but most important, right? I guess. No, not really.
Not really. I
So,
mean, what's
okay.
the capital of Texas?
Houston.
No, Austin.
Oh shit.
Same thing.
What's
Ooh,
the capital of
just stunned.
What's the capital of Canada?
Toronto.
No,
No,
Ottawa.
it's not. It is. Yeah. See, this is a very.
It's not about the place. I think the capital, all it has to do with is
where they built the office.
possibly. Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, why
See,
capitals
I was
are
hoping you would
capitals.
have the answer.
Yeah, I'd be the type of person to have the answer.
No, I'm pretty
Mr.
sure
Random
it is
Knowledge.
because the capital of the United States was in the city and they didn't want to have both capitals at the same place.
So when they
Was in New
changed,
York City?
the capital of the United States was originally in the city, yeah.
so when they changed it to Washington D.C., they should have changed the capital of New. You said that the capital of New York was already Albany by the time they changed it to D.C.
Yeah.
There's like an overlap there. So why didn't they not overlap it and just do it at the same time? Like I don't.
Why
understand.
didn't
I'm so
one go and
confused.
the new one came in?
Yeah,
Probably because it was already there.
it's so stupid.
It's like because they didn't really like think ahead like 200 years.
Well, they did with the Declaration of Independence. I
Okay.
mean, with the Constitution.
Well, there you go.
Apparently,
Are you looking it up? What'd you get?
give him a moment. He got a burn.
So-
Oh, he's ready.
So Albany is more centrally located,
Is it?
and the Hudson provides access to the Great Lakes. It's also the second oldest incorporated city, and because of that, it used to be Kingston, New York. Kingston, Jamaica.
No,
You know?
Sean Kingston.
Your way to beautiful girl.
I knew he was gonna start singing Beautiful Girl.
Why not?
So
Why
I
not
never
melody?
make it work.
No, you gotta
got
sing at
me
an angle.
Suicidal, suicidal. When you say it's over.
I wish you guys could see his face while you're saying that.
But yeah, that's Albany for you.
Did I miss something? Like I didn't.
That's Albany for you.
It's Kingston. That's all. That's all you have to know from that.
Sean Kingston is the reason.
put the Albany there.
Albany.
Oh, fuck Albany.
Albany.
Why do you say Albany?
Albert.
Because I think I read
Oh,
it before I
shit.
ever heard it.
So you just stuck with it.
Yeah. Episode 6 took a really high jump in people that listened to it, and then
Yes.
episode 7
You know
plummeted.
why?
Why?
It's because the second it was uploaded,
Uh-huh.
we both fucking promoted it
Yeah.
on Twitter. And I realized that YouTube, the algorithm for YouTube, works in a way where if you start promoting within the first 24 hours of an upload,
Mm-hmm.
they'll give you extra promotion because it's recently uploaded. So they'll start showing it to more people like, hey, they recently uploaded. So check
I have
it
a
out.
question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know if you guys already talked about this in episode 6.
Okay.
So this is 8, right?
Death Stranding?
Yeah, this is 8.
6 or
Is it
7.
Death Stranding?
No, it has to do with me being Evangelion. Like,
Oh, okay.
Because people can't. They don't see me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, do they know why you call me Evangelion?
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
said
we said
because
that
that you look like him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really don't look that much like him, guys.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Like, I would say like there's certain features that line up with Evangelion.
Like a skinny face
Yeah.
and the long hair.
Big cock.
Largest.
Does he though? Does he
I
have a big
don't-
cock?
pretty large. Pretty large. Lucid. Game theory.
That's just the wait. What's the definition
Shut up,
of
game theory.
Ooh.
Now,
Wait.
that's just a theory. A game theory.
Thanks for
I'm
Thanks
very-
for watching. Cut the episode. here.
That's the
I'm very
second cut of the
curious.
episode.
Do you guys lucid dream?
No.
No.
I have never
I've
lucid
done it.
dreamed.
Wow. So okay, I haven't either. This is the first time I've like asked them that and they said no.
You should talk to
Like,
Justin Ullman about it. He does. He has.
Lucky.
Because
I know
we
I
used to be
met some people who can do it on. He's told. Well, do it on like command, but he's actually told me like, oh,
False lights.
there's a way to do it on command. Like
Yeah, yeah. You have to practice
but
a
I've
lot.
tried it and it didn't work.
For anybody,
Maybe I
I'd
haven't
expect
practiced
you to be closer than I am anywhere to lucid
So
dreaming.
you've never,
No.
ever,
No.
will never.
No.
The reason I
I
know
get a lot of sleep paralysis, but never
Never had that either.
never
I've had
lucid
it
dreaming.
once. But I'm not gonna get into that because I want to talk about lucid dreaming. I know the best way, easily the best way to induce it is by keeping a dream journal. And you have a dream journal. You had one. I don't know if you're still writing it.
It wasn't really a journal. It was more like my notes on my phone. If I had a dream that was like it stood out way too much to me, like I would write it down immediately.
But the more you remember your dreams after the fact, the more likely you'd be able to control or be aware of a dream while you're in a dream. So if you do keep a dream journal, it's actually shown, like studies have shown that you're way more likely to lucid dream.
So right before we started this, I told Will about the dream I had, and I told you a few days ago, but I want to share.
Oh shit! Okay,
with the
okay,
podcast.
okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
I need to write this down. I haven't yet.
Okay.
But it stood out to me so much that I still remember, and this happened last time we hung out.
Okay.
So like, it was like a week ago.
All right.
So I was sitting down at a. It's so hard to tell this without laughing, but I was sitting down I was in a cafe with two of my best friends, and apparently those best friends of mine were a duck and
I know this one.
yeah, it was a duck and a giraffe, but they were both human sized.
It wasn't a giraffe.
It was a giraffe.
Oh, okay.
It was a duck and a giraffe, but they were both human sized. So the duck was bigger than it should be, and the giraffe was smaller than it should be. But for some reason, the giraffe was wearing a penguin costume. So like the beak of the penguin, the neck of the giraffe was coming out. Yeah, with my hand. Kobe. Oh, rest in peace. But the neck of the giraffe was coming out of the beak of the penguin costume, and they were like, we were all just chilling, and we were sipping on coffee, and the giraffe, for some reason, even though giraffes have hooves, and ducks have wings that don't really work, they were picking up their coffee mugs and drinking coffee, and there's this table in front of me, and two girls, like they were like yelling at each other, and I overheard one of them going like, no, I have to tell him. And the other one was like, nah, like, no, you don't. Like, don't tell him. And she's like, nah, I have to. And she gets up, slams the chair into the table, and like comes over to me. And I'm like, all right, what's up? And she was like, look at this. And she shows me a jar or like a container, and it says lemon zest. The seasoning of the gods.
I have to tell him.
And
That's exactly what I said when he first told me.
Brittany, I have to tell him.
No, you don't have to tell
I
me.
have to.
Sam,
no.
He needs to know.
So, I told Will this, but I haven't told you this, Siam. Phoebe analyzed this for me last night.
Oh yeah, I forgot
So she said that ducks and giraffes have very similar meaning in dreams. Like this is just like something she looked up on Google. Like I don't know how accurate it is, but it adds more humor to it. But
I think dream analysis is one of the hardest things to do,
yeah,
and I think most of it.
It's so Freudian.
It's very Freudian. It's very what's the word?
Elusive.
Yeah, you could say elusive. I was gonna say abstract.
I feel
abstract.
I feel like it's very distinct for each person on their own,
Right,
rather than like every duck and giraffe means
I think
this.
Exactly.
I think the best people who can analyze a dream is yourself analyzing your own dreams, but you have to see it in a very.
If I were to analyze that, what the fuck did that mean?
I'm just saying you should use more lemon zest in your life.
You probably should.
The thing is, I've been recently been getting very into cooking, and
Yeah.
lemon zest. Even at like this job I had in the city, like they made me zest
Grate your lemons.
limes actually. They made me grate limes for a dessert. So I was like, yo, this is like crazy. This is gonna make foods amazing.
Yeah,
but
lemon zest and lime zest. The zest of something, it works out really well.
It's good.
Orange, you can put a lot of orange zest in a lot of drinks, and they make them taste really good.
Even just the peel.
Yeah, because they have a
Old
lot.
fashions.
Yeah, they have a lot of essential oils.
Yeah.
A lot of essential oils.
Spritz it on it.
Yeah, and those essential oils are very flammable, so you can spritz it with a fire in front of it, and it goes. Poof. It's cool.
So apparently the giraffe and the duck both meant like happiness and like new stages of your life, like and just good things coming to you, right? And
see, that's
it's so vague.
that's not. It's not just that it's vague, but that sounds more horoscopy.
Yeah,
exactly.
Why is it prophetic if it's a dream?
Dreams
Well,
don't tell
when-
you about
when
things in the future. That's not how dreams work.
When Phoebe told me this, she used better adjectives than joy and happiness.
Right.
But I don't remember them that well. But apparently, there was no such thing as lemon zest in a dream. Like who the fuck dreams that? But she looked up lemon, and apparently lemon meant like evil and chaos and immaturity. So this bitch sitting at the other table was trying to bring immaturity to my life when I was sitting
when
down.
I was happy with my duck and giraffe.
Yeah, I was
This
sitting with
bitch
my
has
homies.
the nerve to show me some lemon zest.
I was sitting with my homies, Joy and Happiness, the stripper names, right? I'm
Yeah.
sitting with Joy and Happiness.
Joy is the
and-
duck.
Yeah, probably.
Joy is definitely the duck. Look at it. Look. You ever seen a duck just kind of just chilling?
Bro, they're adorable.
No. Joy is the
You ever
duck.
give a duck lemon zest?
Oh no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to ruin their life. You
don't-
don't want
you
to
don't.
give them despair.
He'd probably just ask for grapes instead.
Do you remember in like first grade when I don't know if you did this, but we got to take home ducks.
What?
No.
So I've never had a pet in
I
my life.
didn't go to school here in the first grade.
Oh shit. Okay. Right.
I went to Queens.
Right.
Actually,
So-
no, Bangladesh.
Damn.
Partially.
BD, where I'm gonna intern.
BD for a little
BD.
bit and then came here.
Okay.
BD Elementary.
So
BD Elementary.
So I've never had a pet before, but I got to take home ducks in first grade for like a week.
That
and-
sounds so dangerous.
No, I fell in love with them, and they loved me too.
It sounds like
They would bite me
It
and
just
shit,
sounds like a
but-
mistake on the school's part.
Like,
Yeah,
why?
that
Why did
does
they
sound like a mistake for the school's part.
Yeah. Remember our guinea pigs?
Yeah.
What were they called?
I don't remember the
It was
names.
like Whitey and Blackie. or
Something
some
like
shit
that. Some racist shit. Yeah.
Because there's a white one and a black one.
Yeah, I remember the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
I'd never want to be on guinea pig duty. I was just like, nah, I don't give a
The
shit.
girl, we
Please
made the
don't.
girls do it.
Yeah.
Guinea pigs smell bad.
They
They
smell
do. They
awful.
do.
And it was in the fucking room.
Yeah.
So imagine sitting there in class smelling guinea pig shit all goddamn day.
Yep. And I was allergic to them too, so that didn't make it any better.
I wanted to talk about something. In my class, we're working on a radio magazine.
You're in school now?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It got kind of figured out. Not super well, but I'm not going to get
Did
into
you say
that.
God kind of figured it out?
Yeah. Shouts out to Allah.
Takbir.
All right. So we're doing a radio magazine, which is really interesting because I've never experienced.
Can you explain what a radio
It's
magazine
a
is?
magazine, but through audio. So like, imagine if somebody took a magazine and made an audiobook of it, and then each little article was recorded by somebody else. The interviews were live interviews.
Wait, that's pretty cool.
It's really
I
cool.
feel like it's very hard to create.
It
very
is.
hard to pull
It is.
off.
We're doing 3 in the entire semester. We're working on the first one right now, and I have to edit it all weekend. People are gonna be sending me shit all weekend, and I'm gonna have to edit that whole thing by Tuesday to get a rough draft. But I'm looking forward to it because like the first one is about comedy. So they were talking to improv groups around Hofstra. Somebody did an article about the greatest comedians of like the past and today or some shit, like talking about George Carlin, Richard Pryor, stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and this one is about entertainment.
So
The
wait,
second one I mean. The
Is
first
it-
one we're almost done with.
are you guys doing one together or like all
Yeah, no,
separate?
they're all gonna be together because
Oh,
everyone
okay.
is like
That's so cool.
everyone is like their own little journalist.
So what's your part?
So for the first one, because I came into class late, I'm
Yeah.
just head editor.
Oh, okay.
I had no part in being a journalist or whatever. So, but my professor knew that
All right, let's do something funny right now.
I edit like a mofo. So like, everyone was like, "All right, let's just make him edit." And
Let's
I'm
do
like,
something
"I'm cool
fucking
with that."
funny right now.
Let's just do something fucking
just
funny
put-
right
What
now.
is
Put
funny?
his fucking duck story in.
Please do,
Sneak
please.
the duck story in.
Sneak that shit in. I actually might.
No, you have my consent.
Do I have the class's consent? I'm head editor. Who gives a shit?
Funny? No, but funny is subjective.
That's what
Comedy-
unfunny people say, though.
com- No, but comedy
it's
is subjective,
so true
though.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Ricky Gervais.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
How is that
and
subjective? He's
no,
just all.
he's
He's
literally
hilarious.
said comedy is subjective.
Well, that's what unfunny people say.
But you said he's not. You said he's hilarious.
Anyway, so
Paradox.
our magazine number 2 is going to be about entertainment, and people are doing a bunch of different kinds of. Well, actually, it's not entertainment. Sorry, I forgot. It's fan culture,
I'm
right?
dying over here.
You're good.
So like pop culture.
It's fan culture, right? Anything that can have a fan base,
Okay.
right? So somebody's doing
I already have something to say.
someone's doing Doctor Who,
That
which
seems so vague though.
it is very vague, which we couldn't figure out something more concrete to do, so we were just like, fuck it, we'll do fan culture.
Okay.
So somebody was doing Doctor Who fans, which is cool because I love Doctor Who. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it in a long time, but still. A couple of them are doing sports, which I give no shits about. Somebody was doing stan culture.
That's the word I didn't want to say.
Yeah,
before.
I know you didn't,
have
but I had to. So, somebody else is doing video game culture.
Yeah.
I wanted to do video game culture, right? So I guess we're gonna have to work together. But I wanted to talk to you guys about your experience with fan culture, just so I can get a little bit of a head start. And I mean, not fan culture, with video game culture, and being fans of video games, because I know both of you are. You guys are both very big fans of Kojima, which is amazing.
This is another running gag on this show.
Oh, Kojima.
All right, so even though I haven't been on the running gags, I can.
You can talk about this.
Implement.
No.
Before, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So, do you agree, yes or no, that a fan base can ruin?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
of course. If somebody doesn't agree with that, they're part of that fan base. That's
All right.
toxic, probably.
Another gripe, but
Big gripe,
just fans.
Second
can ruin
gripe of the day.
But Kojima. What was the question?
So the
exactly?
question is, what's your experience being fans of video games?
I mean,
How would you categorize yourself first as a video game fan? So when I think of it, right, I was talking to my professor about how to me there are different subcategories, right? There's the casual, the competitive, the people who like to play multiplayer, people who like to play by themselves.
That
kind of thing. Stuff like people who prefer, couch local multiplayer, which is a great little subgenre. I mean, Smash is on that, right?
Yeah.
But even Smash has an online mode and stuff like that. People who strictly prefer online gaming, and then the fucking losers.
Dude, all right. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, before
not
I
even
lose
getting
my
to the
train of
losers.
thought,
Yeah,
I'm
go
not
ahead,
on the
go ahead.
ADD. I mean the Adderall. I am on the ADD. So I hate, as much as I love Metal Gear and all of Kojima's works that are actually, they're all single player, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Online was amazing though. I loved it in its prime. Metal Gear Solid 4 online, amazing. But I'm a multiplayer person, and competitive. I don't play games to the point where I get super into it, where I'm playing super competitive.
You're all Fortnite.
Huh?
You love Fortnite.
I mean, I had a phase where I was into it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you fucking
Yeah.
I remember
loser.
because you showed up to Farmingdale and just watched people play Fortnite.
Oh,
I did.
God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I remember pulling up to Farmingdale and I was playing RuneScape on my phone. Oh wait, that's a multiplayer.
This is before you went to college.
It is, but it's a great game.
It was just one time that me, you, Lisa, and Sarah were hanging out, and you just watched people play Fortnite.
I was like, yo, I don't want to fucking be here. But yeah, I had a phase. I go through phases with games.
Yeah.
But Call of Duty's always been one that's just always been there for me. Well, except for
Anywhere
only
from
recently.
Ghosts to Advanced Warfare.
Yeah. Only recently I'm back into Call of
Or
Duty.
actually, no, Ghosts to World War II.
What's the new one?
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare.
I
And
mean,
I've
that was
actually gotten
good,
into
right?
it.
Yeah, I heard that was really
It's
good.
really good.
Yeah.
But I've never really been able to get into single player games. Dive into a story with
Ghost
games.
was so bad. Sorry to interrupt, but Ghost was
Siam tried to
fucking
put me on
bad.
to the Walking Dead game.
Oh my God.
The thing is,
The
I'd be able
Telltale
to
site?
yeah.
I'd be able to
So
watch
good.
it. I'd be able to
Yeah.
watch it as
For
if
sure.
it was a show.
For
But
sure.
I wouldn't be able to play it. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I think I did try to play
That's
it.
a game
but
that I
couldn't
want to
do it.
play on the channel.
I prefer Wolf Among Us.
We have to play Wolf Among Us on the channel. Did they ever come out with season 2?
It's coming out soon.
Hasn't it been
They
like
announced-
7 years?
Yeah. They announced it last year.
Yo, I'm so hyped. Then that means we have to play
My
Wolf
man's
Among
gonna
Us.
lose his train of thought.
I'm sorry.
I'm just
No, just
repeating
keep it
in
in
my
there.
head.
Keep it in
I'm
there.
keeping
Keep
it
it in
in my-
there.
I'm just repeating it in my head.
Keep it in there.
Ultimately, the point is, I love playing against people who are better than me in
Yeah.
anything. I like losing because it's more fun to verse someone in anything where they're better than you, so that you can improve and eventually beat them. That's my goal in almost any game I play. And I'm kind of weirdly talented at picking up random games and just being good at it, or just learning quick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's
CS:GO is one of the hardest games ever, right? I think it is the hardest game.
I
think
think
it
it's the
is.
hardest game.
I think it's the
I
hardest.
don't think it's the
100%
hardest
the
game.
hardest game.
I think it's the.
You
I
clearly
think it's the-
you clearly haven't played Japanese rail shooters, or not rail shooters, but just the shooters. You know
Well,
those
oh
Japanese
no,
shooters?
okay. Any of
You
those.
clearly have never played Chinese chess.
Oh,
Wait, what's the difference between chess and Chinese chess? Because I'm pretty good at chess.
Oh, Chinese.
I'll murk you both.
Do I
of
have to
them.
explain Chinese? No, it's Chinese checkers. Never mind.
Okay, never
Chinese
mind.
checkers.
Because I would murk you both in chess.
Are you good at checkers?
No, I'm a chess boy.
Either checkers is like the simplest game of all time.
Bro, that's why it's not cool. It's not fun.
All right,
Like,
but Chinese checkers is the hardest game of all time.
Yo, hop on Tabletopia. We're gonna fucking
what
go
is
crazy, bro.
Tabletopia.
You don't know Tabletopia?
No.
Yo, I'm about to put y'all on after this.
I'm
After
about
this,
to put y'all on
after
Tabletopia.
this podcast, I'm about to put anybody
So, like,
listening to this
what's your
podcast
Peggle
on.
score? Like since you're
Yo,
so
that's
competitive.
true. If you're that good at
Peggle?
Peggle,
Yeah.
I don't play Peggle.
Well then
that means you suck.
that means you're not competitive.
I'm sorry. I can't pick up every game. That's too
Did he not
time-consuming.
just say that I can
He's
pick up every
No,
really
I
good at
can. Not
picking
that I
up
do,
every-
but I can. Like, if you were to say, "Yo, let's play
Let's
Peggle,"
play
like,
Peggle.
give me like 3 hours, I'll beat you in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can beat you
right.
both in Smash.
See, Peggle is such a broken game, and I found out literally
On
on
your
my
birthday.
birthday how broken of a fucking game it is, where you can literally just win just by hitting the last peg.
That was awful.
That was so dumb. How do you change those rules?
I have
There's got to be a way. Anyway, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying I like losing.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
of
That's not what you were saying.
No, it is. I was saying I like losing,
Okay.
and I just like the room for improvement, and I
Yeah.
have a talent for picking up games, and I mean, at least I think I do, and I think that's the fun in games.
Yeah.
The fun in games is just learning to get better and better,
Yeah.
and just
So you're a competitive player, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
that
definitely.
in that way, not where I'm competitive, where it's like
No,
I
I
go
think-
and compete, right? I don't do that.
no,
but
yeah,
I'm
I get that.
You're competitive with yourself, and like you
Yeah.
want to get
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
But I
yeah.
think that's the definition of competitive gaming, is making just working your way up to being like one of the best,
It
or
makes
not
it more
being
fun.
the best,
More
but like
enjoyable.
being better than you were before.
Yeah.
And that can also relate to sports in a way.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
like, because I think definitely you would be considered in category of a competitive gamer for that reason,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because your goal in playing video games is to better yourself in that
Like,
game. That's
for
how.
perfect example is
Yeah.
me and you, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I
absolutely.
don't own the game, but I'm always like, yo, let's verse. The only reason I like verse games because I know you'll beat me, and I just I want that.
Well, we're very close. That's also what makes it so
But
fun.
that it
We are
wasn't always
so
like
close.
that.
Yes, you used to beat me all the time, and
Oh,
I
wait,
worked
what?
my ass off. I worked.
Wait,
No,
what?
you remember?
How much do you guys hate Infinite?
Oh, awful. Awful.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Infinite, terrible.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ultimate.
No,
Ultimate.
2 was the best.
No, Ultimate.
2 was the best. 2, the roster on 2 was insane. They had Cable on 2. They had some really good characters on 2.
Cable. As long as Zero, Dante, and Virgil.
They were all there. Oh, I don't know if Dante and Virgil. Oh no, Dante and Virgil were
wasn't.
there. Virgil wasn't.
He was in Ultimate only.
No, but I think it was in 2. 2 had the most
Oh, so
characters.
they took him out in 3.
They took characters out in 3, and then they put some characters, very few, back in Ultimate.
Okay.
2 had the most characters. 2 was like the Tenkaichi of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yo,
Speaking of
I wanna
Tenkaichi,
play some Tenkaichi.
I'd love to play some Tenkaichi.
Yo,
Speaking
Burst
Limit, you
no,
and
not
Raging
Burst
Blast.
Burst Limit's white. Raging Blast is
we
the
were
best.
talking about this last time.
Yes,
Raging Blast is the best.
we were talking about Raging Blast because I talked to them about how you think
I
that
like
Raging.
how I mentioned so much,
Yeah,
but like I need to watch the whole series.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna do
Apparently-
that tomorrow.
Apparently, Raging Blast is like really hated in the Dragon Ball community.
Well, they don't know how fighting game mechanics work.
No, like
No, Raging Blast 1 is broken.
It's so broken.
It's completely broken.
was Raging Blast made by the Tenkaichi people?
No.
No. Which
No.
one? They stopped at Tenkaichi and then they made a new game. And what was that?
Burst Limit, I think, after Tenkaichi.
And then they made a really bad game, and everyone was mad.
Probably Burst Limit.
No, it was Ultimate Tenkaichi.
Ultimate Tenkaichi was
I thought
good.
Ultimate Tenkaichi came out in like 2016.
No,
Yeah.
it was Tenkaichi 3 that was good.
Yeah,
Tenkaichi 3 was amazing.
It had
Yeah.
everyone.
But then they made
Everybody.
Ultimate Tenkaichi, and that's like
Yeah, that was like
one big bad guy, and it was a
and like
bad game.
It was like, okay, so the games. Here's my issue, right, with the Dragon Ball games recently. The reason I can't get into them is because they're all based off of Japanese arcade games, and the Japanese arcade games are usually 3v3s. They're 3 people
Yeah, yeah,
against
yeah.
3 people,
Yeah.
and it's more of like a free for all between.
Oh, are you
it's
talking
not
about
like
the action fighter type?
exactly
Like
yeah, yeah,
Dissidia?
yeah. It was
Yeah.
like
I hate that.
What are
I'm
they
not
called?
that.
They're not called like battle royales because like they're
If you're talking about because I know Dragon Ball had one.
yes.
Like Dissidia.
I think
it's like action fighting or something.
Battle of Z was like that.
Yeah, Battle of Z.
Battle of Z was like that.
And I think it's just called action fighting,
Okay,
or
action
like
fighting.
or like fighting RPG or something.
Something like that.
Um,
But I can't get into that.
What about Xenoverse?
Didn't like Xenoverse.
You don't like Xenoverse?
No.
You don't want to try Kakarot?
No, not really.
You don't want
I
to-
remember I told you my thing with RPGs and Dragon Ball. I don't like them together.
That's a bad mix.
It's a bad mix.
mix.
Thank you. Yeah. I think Dragon Ball should
was-
be left for fighting games.
There was one DS or Game Boy game that was a Dragon Ball.
Legacy
Legacy
of
of
Goku.
Goku.
Legacy of Goku.
Legacy of Goku and Legacy of Goku 2. They were
Legacy of Goku 2 is amazing.
It was
really
amazing.
good, really
They
good.
mixed the RPG and
I never had
Dragon
Legacy
Ball.
of
It was
Goku
good.
on the Game Boy, but then later in like high school,
Mm-hmm.
I had an HTC and I had an emulator for Game Boy.
Yeah.
Karthi and I used to sit and play Pokemon all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I mean, I can emulate any game. So I got like a bunch of Dragon Ball games. They were all pretty whack.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was Game Boy, but then Legacy of Goku blew my mind.
The best Dragon Ball game to me that's not a fighting game is for the DS. The Origins duology, amazing.
Never played.
What
that.
is that?
It's Origins and Origins 2, and it's the story of Dragon Ball, not Z.
Oh wait,
And you play as Kid Goku. Amazing game.
I
I
used.
have Origins 1.
Do you remember that?
Amazing
I
game.
loved it. I played it
So
3
fucking
times.
good.
Do you remember that Dragon Ball game I had on Game Boy? I forgot. It was a original OG Dragon Ball.
My man
right? It wasn't
my
Z.
man's talking about the fucking like Game Boy video.
But we're talking about where you like do a certain motion.
Yeah,
with the
and then
stylus
he
and
hits
just
it with- he hits
Kamehameha
it with
or
the
stick, the power pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
That's
That
like-
was also
Shit.
kind of RPG-ish.
Yeah, it's an amazing
and they
game.
pulled it
Yeah.
off.
Bust out your DS Lite and go get it at GameStop.
I might.
I have it. I have it. I
Go
can give it to
borrow
you.
it from Beej.
You have
Yeah,
the game?
I know where it is. I have the game. I can lend it to you.
Yeah,
Or
just lend
you
me the
can
game.
keep
I
it.
have the
You can
DS.
keep it.
For
I
real?
don't
It's
play
so
it.
Bet,
fucking
I'm
good.
down.
Add it to your collection.
To your growing.
Wait, but I
DS
feel like we're
collection.
getting a little off topic. I wanted to know, or back to the question.
Yeah,
right?
Will, what is your
Hideo
experience?
Kojima.
What is your experience as a gamer?
All
How
right.
would you classify yourself? How do you feel about being
I-
a fan of video games?
I'm so far from Beej. I
Yeah.
can't play competitive video games. I'm not good at it. I have no competitive bone in my body. Like I get, like everyone who tells me about competitive games always says it's not about beating other people. It's about getting better.
yeah.
I just can't. I get bored.
You
so
can't
fast.
like you can't like grind and get better.
Yeah,
But how do you feel about grinding? So like something in like Dark Souls where like you have to grind to like level up or something like that.
I've
Would you be fine with
never
that?
beaten a Dark Souls game.
Neither have I.
I did get really far in 3,
Uh-huh.
but my save file got deleted and I gave up. But
Don't blame you.
So what kind of games do you go after usually?
I'm an RPG guy. And
Have you ever played
action
RuneScape?
adventure. RuneScape? No. I never
Ooh,
did.
Yo, me and CM, we bonded over
Runes-
this
the
shit when
RuneScape
we were
days.
like, what, 12?
yeah, yeah.
I didn't have
Jello.
a computer growing up.
Yellow Jello.
Yellow Jello.
You know what's funny about Yellow Jello?
What's funny about
I was
Yellow
looking through
Jello?
my Facebook. And guess what messages I found from like
What?
from like 9 years ago. You messaging me and the first message you sent was Yellow Jello.
It's funny because I don't even have a Facebook. I deleted it. I don't have Facebook anymore.
I think it was deleted, but the messages are
Yeah,
still
the
there.
That's
messages are still
crazy.
there, but it just says Facebook user.
All right,
User, yeah.
After Will finishes, I want to
We'll talk about
explain the
yellow Jello. All right. So gaming culture.
Yeah.
So I grew up in like the era of the internet and video
I think
games.
we all did.
We all
Yeah,
did.
yeah, no, I know, but like I'm just saying, like I was so in tune with the internet when I was growing
Yeah.
up.
So Flash games, is that what you're getting
Oh
into?
shit!
Ooh.
No. I'm talking about
Dune
gamer
buggy.
culture
Mhm.
and how much I hate people who play
See,
video
that's
games.
another thing I didn't even think of though. Now that I just said it,
Mhm.
like that's something I could put into the magazine is like how Flash games may have affected the culture of people around our age who play them because I played a
Shit.
lot of
Yeah.
Stickman Adventures.
Yo, how do you
I
feel
used
that
to
Flash games are
create
dying?
pivots.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember
yeah,
that?
yeah. So did I.
How do you feel that Flash games are dying? Because Flash is no longer.
Flash
a
is
thing.
no longer going to be active after December of
Flash
this
is
year.
being transferred to iPhone apps. They're turning everything that I've seen so far. That I've seen a lot of apps where they used to be Flash games and they're just turning them to apps.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
That's
gonna go
good
download like
outlet.
Electric Man.
No, like Trials. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember Trials.
That's an app now.
Well, Trials is also they also have console games.
Yeah, that's a game. That's
But
a full
that
game.
used to be a Flash game first. No, am I wrong?
It might have been
not
just
sure.
been a browser
Way back
game.
like 2006, 7. Like that
Maybe.
was a
Trials?
Flash game. Trials.
I'm not
I
sure
don't
about
know.
that.
I don't know if it started as a
Remember, like
Flash
Trials
game.
1, Trials
I remember
2,
Trials.
like,
Yes, I do remember Trials, but I don't know if it started on the internet.
maybe I was uncultured. I've always been.
I
I've
honestly-
always been. Never mind.
I don't know. So like we're all uncultured here.
So yeah, I hate gamer culture,
yeah.
and like I
What do you
hate,
hate about it?
like so like I don't like talking about video games in public, like
Oh.
that type of shit. I just avoid, right?
Uh-huh.
Like unless I'm with my friends, like you guys.
Right,
Like if me and you guys are all out and we're like talking about Metal Gear, I'm in. But like in public, I just like if like when you're
You're closeted. You're a closeted gamer.
yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Like
The
you
hair's
don't
coming out.
you don't want that stigma of everyone else in the room thinks of people who play video games. I don't want to be associated with that. You know.
I don't give a fuck what people think
I
about
just
me.
I
So
just
that's one thing.
hate that shit.
That's why I was watching Fortnite videos in fucking Farmingdale. Like,
Oh God.
But like what was it? I was talking with my friends that go to Suffolk the other day when they first like is the levels gone? Are they
No,
dead?
no, we're fine.
All right, so like well, fuck, what was it? Do you know how at the beginning
Scroll
of
to the end.
do you know at the beginning of the school year they're always asking like what are your hobbies and shit?
Yeah, yeah,
And, like
yeah.
what's your name?
You never say
no,
video games.
no.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Neither do I.
Usually I don't.
I do.
I don't. I should start doing that.
Men says fashion.
Truth. I do say well, it's
For
not even
me-
a hobby at this point.
Hobby is my hobby is fashion.
This
For
is my
me-
career at this point.
For me, like when they say like what do you like or whatever,
Yeah.
like what are you interested in? It's always
Shadow of the Colossus.
music, science, video games. Those are the only three things that I
And,
actually
and She's Mine Part 2 by J. Cole.
yes. And She's Mine, Part 2
By
by
J.
J.
Cole.
Cole.
So like my friend, me and my friends were talking about how they were in a class and like the people you're just like, oh, they're gonna say video games, said video games, and then they were just like, we're not gonna say it. You can't say it.
Yeah.
You can't be associated.
Oh
with
no, I 100% get that. When
Yeah.
there's certain people who say like, "Oh yeah, I like video games," I'm like, "All right, no,
I can't say
I don't
it.
want to talk about
I
that."
can't say
No,
it.
absolutely.
But yeah, it's because of the stigma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like culture nowadays is more accepting of it.
Yeah, but like I just don't
Only
want
because money's
we're
involved
really
now.
talking about gamers as if they're a fucking
creature.
not just a creature, as if they're like a disproportionate minority being fucking hunted down.
Gamers rise up.
We live in a
Rise
society.
up.
Ow, my ears.
Plosive.
We live in a society. Had to say it again.
So yeah, and then I was at GameStop the other day.
Yeah.
And I hate going to GameStop, but I was at GameStop the other day, and there was these two guys that just smelled awful and looked like the fucking
The
neck.
people who work there, or the people looking at
They
the
were
games?
just there in line
okay.
behind me, and they were the neckbeard type, and it was just like I was just like, this is the worst thing.
Neckbeards
No, for sure.
is a big
And,
no.
like
And
No matter
definitely,
what, no matter
definitely,
what.
definitely.
my man was like, one guy comes up to him, he's like, hey, did you hear about like they're making Assassin's Creed? It's a new one. It's called Ragnarok, and the other guy just goes, there has not been a good Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And the guy was like, what about Origins or Black Flag? And he's like,
Nah, they
let
can't.
me reiterate. There has not
Never
been a
been a
good
good
Assassin's
Assassin's
Creed
Creed
since
game.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And he kept saying that to his friend. And I was just like, you are just the worst person.
Yeah,
You're,
just
you're
hear
a beta human.
Yeah, just straight up.
Jeez. Jeez.
And like, I'm not into like collecting shit and
yeah, no,
posters.
me neither. Me
like
neither.
figures and posters, that shit.
Yo,
off
I
the
do not.
table.
I know somebody
Yeah.
who will get the collector's edition of every game he gets.
Yeah.
He half the time, I'm pretty sure, like he doesn't even do anything with the collector's edition
Yeah.
stuff. Half the time, the collector's edition is like $150 and doesn't come with the game.
Yeah.
So he's paying another 60 on top to get the game.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. What are you doing with all that stuff?
Yeah.
A, B, collector's edition has shitty stuff.
Yeah.
Half the time they have really awful shit.
But I want the little baby in the
Oh,
incubator.
for
Death
For Death Stranding.
That's the
I need that.
How big is
baby.
that? How big is that?
You have it.
Oh,
I don't
fuck.
have it.
Oh.
I don't have. I wanted it.
So-
once I beat the game, I
Yo,
want to get it. Yeah.
Something
I've never gotten a collector's edition to this day ever for any game.
Same.
Me either.
It's too much
I'm-
money,
I'm
man.
proud of
That is. Yeah, it is. That's it.
Dude, $200 for
I
that?
can't
No.
afford
For
a
some
collector's
bullshit
I'm
that
playing
they
the
put
game.
together,
Yeah,
though.
I'm playing the game nonetheless. I'll enjoy it myself. Fuck it. I don't need
So
paraphernalia.
I have a. It's not even really a question, more of a statement. So, this girl,
Mhm.
her name is Sarah.
Okay.
She bought me a PS4 for my birthday, right?
Yeah.
And the whole reason I wanted a PS4 was for Death Stranding.
Didn't
Have
you
I-
give it away?
No, I still have it.
I thought you
I'm on
let someone borrow it or
I'm
something.
on that route. No, I did. I let Sajid borrow it, but he gave it back to me.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that rude. I was thinking about selling it, but I'm not that messed up. But the whole reason I wanted it was for Death Stranding. Right?
Yeah.
And then I watched gameplay of it,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I would be bored to death. I'd be bored to
Listen
death.
to the last 2 podcasts.
Yes, because we go last even just both.
Yeah, the last
Both,
2. I
'cause,
talk
yeah.
about the first one. I talk about Death Stranding in my first like 10 hours in it, and then the last one I review the whole game.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Because I can't.
we
You
talk
told me
pretty-
I'm not allowed to talk about what I talked about.
Yeah,
on the
we
last
talked pretty in
yeah,
depth.
but we're
into
talking
Death
about
Stranding.
Kojima now.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, but we talked pretty in depth into Death Stranding.
Okay,
It's-
so forget it. Scratch it. I'll listen to that. Because maybe it'll change my opinion. Maybe I'll go buy it.
How much? The thing is, you don't like story in video games. You said you don't like.
But I
you
I
like
mean,
Kojima stories.
That's it. Yes, because I played all the
'Cause you
Metal
played
Gears.
Metal Gear,
I
right,
played all the
right.
Metal Gears, and like, I was so into Death Stranding. I watched all the trailers. And shit. I watched a 2
you
hour,
got me into it.
exactly. I watched a 2-hour
You
analysis.
guys both
video.
have PS4s, right?
Yes.
Why don't you split the game for 30? It's probably on sale.
It's
Like,
probably not
I
even
would
60
literally just
anymore.
watch you play it. Like if you'd be down. to do
We
that.
could probably play it on like the channel.
It's not. They would no.
No,
that
nobody
shit-
would. Yeah,
That shit's.
it would take really long.
The thing-
but I'd be down
it
to
would
just
take
play it,
forever.
just you and me, if you'd want to do that. We
It
could
takes
just take
forever.
turns.
Yeah, I'm down.
The thing
Yeah,
about
because
the
I know I'd not want
the
to be playing the whole
gameplay
time.
it doesn't mean as much as
Metal
the
Gears.
story. No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Death Stranding. It's all about the story for
Yeah,
me
yeah,
at
yeah.
least. Like I'm just interested
Metal
in
Gear
the
had
story.
good gameplay. though.
The Metal Gear did have good game. Well,
Metal Gear. No, the gameplay was so fun. Because you could do
it depends
so
on the
much.
game.
Yeah, it always
Wait,
depends on the
quick,
game.
Oh,
quick question. What is your favorite Metal Gear?
3.
Oh,
Metal
shit.
Gear Solid 3 is my favorite. No
Wow.
fucking
Mine was
question.
4. Sorry.
4 is amazing.
For me, it's
What was the
5
first
because
one I played?
I hadn't played the others. The
Yeah.
first one I ever played was 5 because I was never into Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Solid 5 is
Is
a fun game,
okay.
not
Yeah.
a good
So-
Metal Gear
Oh.
story.
The PS4, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's not a good story, but the gameplay itself was really good. That's what got me into it.
The
Kind of.
PS4 that I have.
Yeah.
The only game I have downloaded on it is Metal Gear Solid 5. I haven't even
And
played
Fortnite.
it.
I went and
No.
replayed it. I'm
That's on
replaying it
PC.
right
Oh,
now.
you used to put it on
And
PC.
Fortnite. I'm
used to put it
replaying
on
Metal Gear
PC.
Solid 5 right now.
So yeah, I know the story is amazing.
Yeah.
I've watched I know the whole story and everything, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't actually played it.
Yeah.
I kind of watched my older brother play it as if I was 6 years old again,
Yeah, yeah.
watching him play all the Metal Gears.
And that's another thing I wanted to get into
What?
in a second. So how would you categorize yourself in terms of fan of gaming?
I'm all single player.
All
Single player story is my.
Literally, you're the complete opposite.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So another thing that I wanted to get into in that radio magazine is the fact that a large majority of gaming fans
Mm-hmm.
would rather watch the games being played than play them themselves.
Never.
That's why PewDiePie's so.
Yeah,
popular.
that's why most YouTube gamers are so big.
I think people that don't want to play video games do that. There are people that are interested in video games and will watch it because, like,
Yeah.
my friend Nick loves video games.
Yeah.
But he watched all of Metal Gear and then bought 5.
Right.
But the people that I know that love watching video game commentary just don't play video games. Like, my girlfriend loves watching people play video games. And
Well, I love watching people play video
Like, I
games,
like-
but I also play them.
I like that too, but if watching someone play video games, like when I was a kid, that just made me want to go buy the game, not just watch it.
Advertising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was advertising. But for me, I never felt that way.
Same.
For me, it didn't make me want to play the game. It was more like an experience. Like I get to experience the game. And if it's really something that it looks like I'd enjoy, I
Yeah.
would get it. But if it wasn't, then I can just experience it without having to like spend the money or
That's
something
fair.
like that.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I
like if it's a game that I don't want to play,
Yeah,
then
but
it's
I
like
st-
then I
yeah.
just watch it.
mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think that was never
Wow, you both said at the same time.
for me. That was never about the game. It was about the people who were commentating on it.
After like a couple episodes, I don't know how many episodes we're gonna keep doing of this. Hopefully a bunch. I'd want to, but I want to make a compilation of like whenever.
Whenever I say,
whenever.
what about that?
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
What's up with that? I want to make a compilation of when two people say the same thing at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I love it when cardboard straws fall apart.
Oh, it's the worst, but the best.
All right, so I'm gonna do like a quick Death Stranding just for you and why you should
very
play
quick,
it
very
together.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
The first 3 hours, awful.
Oh no.
But like,
the
but like,
beginning means the
We've
most.
gone 3 straight episodes
of me
talking
say-
about
Death
Death
Stranding.
Stranding.
the first 3 hours are awful. But once you hit chapter 3, the game picks up so fucking much, and there's moments where it's like very Metal Gear, but it's like
Metal Gear.
for the first 3 hours, it's just so fucking painful.
Oh.
But yeah, that's it.
So I'm gonna watch some gameplay instead of buying it.
No, you should play it together.
All right.
Yeah, no.
So
I think
I'm
we
gonna
should.
watch Ciam play it.
Yeah, and we'll just hand off or something,
Yeah.
and then I can watch you play or whatever.
Yeah.
because it's a long game.
When I was watching like the trailers and shit, all it did was remind me of Interstellar, and I was like,
very similar feel. I would say.
but then when I went and watched like the analysis and shit, I was like, okay,
I mean, how it visually looks, for sure, I see Interstellar vibes.
but it was getting into like religion and like equations about this and that, and I was like, okay, what do those dog tags mean? And like,
the game is insane in terms of story and what my man's
it's
thinking.
Kojima.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
but the gameplay is just there
What
to
is
make
this
you
man
feel
doing?
fucking alone and bored. And that's just what he wanted you to feel in the gameplay.
until you
Gotcha.
connect the worlds. Or...
Nope, you still feel alone and bored. That game is all about feeling alone and bored.
See, that's why I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's because I'm a different gamer than you.
yeah.
So how I would say I am in terms of video games personally, from a personal.
Bro, who
point of view.
asked you?
I think he asked himself.
So,
Are you
like,
speak?
how are you in video games? Like, unrelated.
thought that it'd be so simple, but
I found a way.
So what I personally feel as a gamer, gamers rise. I hate that word so much. And when
Gang weed.
in the class somebody brought up like game culture and fans of gaming, everyone started going gamers, and I'm just like, fuck.
I
Cringe,
hate that.
cringe,
Yeah,
cringe.
it's such cringe. Besides the point, how I see myself is I'm like a balance between both of you, right?
Oh, you're in between.
I
Yeah.
just love the Wii Fit like balance board.
Yeah. So like,
Wow, we're the perfect trio.
I never thought that it'd be
So
okay.
I love story-based games. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorites. It's what I started out playing video games with, right? I think Arkham, the Arkham series, is what really got me into loving video games. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, even Arkham Origins.
Yo.
Huh?
Not
See
too
him.
far away.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You and Bernardo
Yeah, dude, we used to
tried
always
to
talk
get me
about Arkham.
onto it so
Yeah,
many
man.
times.
That's what also got
Man,
me into
I
the love of
fucking miss
comics.
him.
Me too. I was actually
saw-
looking at his snap one day.
Yeah, I
And
have him on Snap too.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
cooking some shit.
He
today.
was cooking. Yo, I
He
saw
was
him
making
cook-
some fire eggs.
He was cooking something. I saw that. Anyway, Arkham is what really got me into video games and comics side by side. I loved Arkham Asylum. City was even better, which was like, whoa. Origins was okay, but I still liked it. As a story, it was still really good. It was just gameplay wise, it was a little stale. I'm not gonna get into Night because that was a lot later.
Yeah.
I played BioShock, which I loved. That
What was the game you made me play? The
which one?
I think no, it wasn't BioShock. It was like it was supposed to be like a horror, like
Dead Space?
yeah.
Maybe it was
It
BioShock.
was like a lighthouse. You were
Yeah,
in the-
no,
in the
that is
water.
BioShock.
That's BioShock.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's why,
horror.
That's why I thought of that.
It's not horror, but when you play it at night with headphones on, that shit becomes horror, bro. It's scary. When
I
those
wanna be-
splicers
I'm
come
hyped,
out.
I'm hyped to watch Hereditary tonight.
Oh yes, I'm so excited. When those splicers come out, it's scary, man. Compare that to like BioShock Infinite, where it's not very much in a horror sense. It's a lot more scientific-ish. Visual gag. So,
Phlegm.
so
No gag.
Oh,
Visual.
gag.
Oh,
That was a
visual,
that was a visual
gag.
gag,
That
guys.
was
No, that was a
now
that was
that's
an auditory gag.
good
Comedy.
comedy. Okay.
Ah,
I'm gonna go pee.
All right. So
bring me a water.
Huh?
Bring me a water.
from downstairs, there's a water bottle downstairs. All right. So what I was saying is, played BioShock. So I'd always had a thing for story-based games. Wolf Among Us I played after I played Walking Dead.
Should
obviously.
we cut for him?
No, we don't have to cut.
What
Should we cut?
cut? No, no, but we keep it in.
What if I just switched into Bijan's mic? Because I always pan the mics, so I'll just be moving from this side. I'm assuming he'll be on the left.
Go
so
do it. Pan.
going from the middle to the left. Whoa. This is weird. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so video games. I'd always been a single player person,
Yeah.
just like you. And then a lot of my friends like Bij, Cart, they all try to get me into multiplayer games.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like specifically COD, right?
Uh-huh.
They all try to get me into COD and I sucked at it. I
Okay.
suck at first person shooters in general.
Yeah.
I was awful.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't get into it. Karthi tried to get me into Borderlands, and I did get into that. And I loved Borderlands. It was a lot
But
of
that's
fun.
not competitive. That's cooperative.
It's not competitive at all, which was what I liked about it.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because I didn't like competitive games.
Yeah.
The only competitive game at that point that I really liked was fighting games or racing games, but I didn't have like kart racing games. I didn't have.
Do you buy racing games?
Yes.
I can't buy a racing game.
I
like playing them. Can't buy one.
I had Gran Turismo, loved it.
Yeah.
I used to be a sucker for cars. I used to love cars as a kid. So, I don't even know if that's picked up on the mic.
I don't think so.
I'm
getting a trim.
getting a trim. I loved racing games and I liked fighting games a lot because I was pretty decent at Marvel vs. Capcom and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
The two games that I could hold my own when I was playing against other people.
One sec.
Yeah.
Did I ever talk about me with video games, or did I just talk about what I hate about people that play video games?
No, you did. You said you liked RPGs and like
okay.
single player games. You're into single player
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. Why did you have anything more that you want
No,
to say?
because I'm hearing you talk about it. You have way more to say about yourself than I did.
Well, if you want to talk more about
No, you
yourself
can go
after me,
Yeah,
you
that's
can.
fine.
Yeah. So that's kind of the only aspect of competitive that I had, but it was always a 1 versus 1 thing.
Yeah.
The reason for it was always because when I play competitive video games, I don't like having teammates. Because when I do bad,
Oh, you want to blame yourself.
exactly.
You don't like reliance on other people. and
Right.
shit. Yeah.
So like for fighting games, if I fuck up, right? And I'm switching. When I fuck up, right?
Interesting.
He wanted to screw himself.
With your family.
Oh, you got a trim.
I got a story.
Yeah,
No,
we
we're
said
talking about
into
St. Baldrick's.
Oh, facts.
Where are the earphones?
So, I did not like having teammates.
Oh wait, we gotta clap to cut back in.
No, we're not cutting back in. There was no cut to begin with.
Yeah, I said keep going.
If anything, I was gonna cut the claps out because that's just gonna bother me.
Clap, Bijan.
What?
You didn't get to clap. Me and CM got to clap.
Okay, when like on the train rides from now on to school.
Yeah, no, that's the best
I
place to
have
listen
hair
to
in my
it.
mouth.
That's honestly the best
That's why
place
you need
to
a trim.
That's the best place to listen to podcasts is like when you're on a commute or something
It
like
wasn't
that.
even hair. What is this?
I-
It's like blue. What is that?
I don't know and I don't want to know. It's a
It looked
Smurf
like
pube.
it looked like no. It looked like floss.
I like that my man said no, like just to make
No,
sure
no.
you don't think that later. Like that's not it.
Bro, nah, I don't fuck around with any Smurfs, bro.
So, I just want to say that is the best place to listen to a podcast, and I will admit I've listened to this cast, like our podcast, like in the car from time to time to just see how it holds up, because like half of the cast I don't remember.
Yeah.
I will like be like, what the fuck did I talk about in like the second episode? I don't remember talking about anything.
We gotta put this shit on somewhere that isn't YouTube.
Sure.
SoundCloud.
Because YouTube, the thing is that
Apple
YouTube
Music.
can't play in the background.
Apple Music.
For me, it can. That's the thing.
You have like a
Yeah, because he has YouTube Red.
Or premium.
Plus, or
They changed the name to
I'm not
premium
gonna-
because
Whatever the fuck they want to call it.
it's premium now because they wanted to they realized that YouTube Red sounded too close to RedTube.
So
Yeah.
what? So when is St. Baldrick's?
It's in the middle of March.
Yeah, but what day?
I don't know.
See, your mom was yelling at me about how you need to know what day. Because
Yeah,
if you're
but
going to miss it, then
I-
you're not
that's-
donating your hair. You're just going to chop it off for no reason.
Oh, so you're donating your hair?
No, I'm shaving his hair.
Oh, you're shaving your hair.
Yes, on me.
Oh, okay.
I'm shaving
On
his
me.
hair for
I mean,
take on me. I mean,
oh my
I mean, I'm shaving his head for St. Baldrick's.
yeah, to donate it to cancer research.
Okay. To,
Oh, was that what
to
I-
research it, or you mean to?
They're gonna
to make a
cancer
wig?
kids.
No, they're gonna research my hair
So they-
for a cure
so
for
they-
cancer. I
Because
don't
you
think
don't have cancer.
I don't think you know this,
Uh-huh.
but my hair has
Cancer
serious
free.
healing properties.
Oh, okay.
It's cancer free.
It's got
My
like
hair has no cancer, guys.
at
My hair's
all.
sodium
Like it's
free.
actually surprising. If
That,
you would
that your
think-
hair has no cancer.
Yeah, it's insane. It's a medical miracle if you really
That
think
your
about
You
it.
hair
sure
has-
though? Like you've gotten tested for a tumor in your hair?
Can you have hair cancer?
I
Because
s-
hair is dead cells.
I then started playing Rocket League.
Oh, okay.
And my entire life changed.
What does Rocket League have to do with dead hair cells?
He's
and
going back to
cancer?
his video game.
Oh,
I started playing Rocket League, and by God, did I get obsessed with it, and I fell in love with it. And even though I was playing with other teammates, I'd mostly do 1v1s, just because it's a really good way to like get up your skill fast. But I'd still do like team play from time to time, just like when I'm playing with like friends, because I knew they wouldn't fuck me over. Even if they did fuck me over, I wouldn't get angry because they were my friends, and it doesn't really matter as much. But when I played online with randos,
It's
I'd
randies?
so mad. So mad.
Gotta get home. Mama's making stromboli.
Right?
Wait,
So mad.
is Rocket League on PC?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So
and I've been
I'm
telling
gonna-
you to get it.
I'll fuck you up.
Oh,
Easy.
good
Is it
luck, good
cross-
luck,
PC?
good luck,
PC?
good luck, good
Bro,
luck.
bro.
Actually,
I don't know why
people-
you don't game on PC because you play piano and like instruments and shit.
Dude, I
So-
tried playing on PC. My hands crapped up. Shut.
Crapped up or
I
cramped
can't
up?
play on a
Cramped up.
keyboard.
I can't either.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's-
Yo, you guys
keyboards-
never played Minecraft.
the
on
thing
PC.
is,
I
I-
never
bugging.
did.
I believe this strongly.
You're bugging.
Keyboards ergonomically were not made to game, and so people who can game, God bless them, bless their souls. But it wasn't made
Yeah,
to
no,
play
they
video
had to
games.
figure it out.
Right, and because of that, for anybody who wants to get into it, it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It cramps my hand up every single
Especially
time.
if you're a controller hoe.
If I play for more than 15 minutes, my hands will start cramping up and I can't play anymore.
Yeah.
So this is a little off top. I mean, it's actually on topic, but also off topic.
Yeah.
Like on topic of the podcast, but also off topic of what you were talking about.
Well, let me
Okay.
finish what I'm
Past
saying.
second. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll keep it in your head.
ADD.
So I played Rocket League, fell in love with it, and that's my first little taste of online multiplayer competitive gaming. And that hasn't started me anywhere because I still can't get into any first person stuff like
Yeah.
shooters or whatever. I can't get into
I
definitely can't get into like battle royales like Fortnite and shit.
I just can't play first person games.
yeah,
Like
even single player
games,
you told me this.
I
You
don't
told
like
me this
it.
in a previous podcast.
So which ones have you tried?
He said he can't play Skyrim in first person. He has to play it in third.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
100%.
But I played in
True
first.
Hideo boy.
The only game I've ever played in first person, it's because it's obligated, is
you have to.
Outer Worlds. That's it.
Wait,
That's the
so
only game.
what do you? How do you feel about Silent Hill?
Silent Hills?
Was it Silent Hills? or
Silent
something?
Are we talking
Hills.
about PT?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're talking about PT, then it's Silent Hills. Because
Oh,
Silent
my
Hill is
bad.
the other game.
I love it, and
Okay.
it's fucking stupid.
So that's contradictory.
Oh, because it's first person? Is that what
So
you're...
that's why you hated it.
Well, it
Oh.
has to be first person.
Yeah, for me to be scared, right?
Yes.
The thing is that...
Imagine making a third person really scary game, like
Uh,
a really scary game that's
Silent
third
Hills?
person.
Silent Hill.
Resident Evil, maybe.
Evil.
Debatable.
not
Debatable.
scary.
If you're scared of surviving.
Dead Space.
Dead
Space,
Dead
though.
Space, though. Yeah.
Dead
Space is a
Space.
little
That
creepy.
shit. I used to play Dead Space in Bangladesh with old friend of mine. That
When you
shit.
talk, whenever you say
scared the
Bangladesh,
fuck
it
out
makes
of
me
me.
laugh. I don't
Why?
know why. Just the idea of you in Bangladesh is funny to me. Even though you go like once a year, whenever you mention it, it makes me laugh.
All right. Well, so to
'Cause I
finish
can't-
my point,
I can't picture it.
yeah, because I'm very anglicized.
Yeah.
I'm very much Americanized.
Yeah.
So it's weird. I'm definitely when I go there, I'm very out of place. I stick out like a sore thumb. People can tell that I'm from the States somehow. I just don't fit in a weird way. But I fit in
because you're brown.
but I do fit in a lot more than certain Bengalis.
No,
like
you
if
do, you
Sajid
do.
were to go, I'd fit in a lot more than Sajid.
Yeah.
Or even anybody from the Idman crew.
Really?
I'd definitely fit. Maybe Safwan and Yusha and them. They'd probably fit in pretty good, just like me. But Ismam and Okor, yeah, not at all.
So I know Akor can't speak
At all.
at all. No. Yeah, I was actually so surprised to find that out. But Imam too? Really?
I don't think he. Yeah, no. In comparison, I feel like I have a stronger cultural like association.
So opposite of me.
Yeah.
If I were to go to Afghanistan, like,
You'd stick out like crazy.
bro, they'd be like, "Who's this whitewashed sack of crap?"
Yeah. So to finalize my point, I see myself as a little bit of both, more towards Will's side, because I started out and grew up playing those single player games, and I would still go back to those single player games. I always do.
Yeah.
But I still understand where competitive gaming and the nature comes from.
If I'm
Because
Joe,
of
your side.
Marvel vs. Capcom and Rocket League, I just really like getting better at those games.
I think one of my favorite things to do with you is competitively fight in Marvel's Capcom.
And competitively fight like in actual life.
Yeah.
Oh, when have we done that?
I don't know. I don't
Last
think so.
time, no, because
Last time it was you and me against Drago.
we've done that, but we were on the same team and you got knocked out.
This is true. Oh,
You
God.
fought Dracula.
I fought Alucard from Castlevania.
Do we want to tell that story?
Can we talk about how Castlevania had some bomb fucking music?
So we're not gonna talk about
but
how you got knocked out.
No. Castlevania had some bomb fucking music, but it's so underrated.
So I don't know what Castlevania is.
You know,
Cas-
it's a Netflix show that just got a season 3 today.
Really? I
Hey,
didn't
hey,
know that.
one word. Whack.
Netflix?
Castlevania.
Whoa. I get Castlevania music mixed up with Mega Man music.
I fucking love Mega Man.
Mega Man is great. Very good
You know-
music also.
Mega Man is the reason I'm into gaming.
The first one? Like the
No,
classic
Mega
games?
Man X.
Oh, Mega Man X. Good.
Like
good
the first console or anything that I had in my life, like the first contact I had with gaming was a PS1.
Uh-huh.
For me, it was
So
a
I had-
PS2.
Mine was a Sega Genesis.
Oh, wow.
Shit! Whoa! Okay. I thought I had you guys beat, but
You really did it.
You
really did it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mega Man X5 and 6, like legendary. Like Zero from Mega Man is like my favorite character in all gaming. Like I've drawn him at least like 8 times.
Man, with the big ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna grow out a ponytail just to be him.
Just
I'm gonna dye
being
blonde.
Zero Diet Blonde.
Yo, no, literally everyone thinks my favorite color is black, right? No, it's red because of him.
Because
Actually, it's black and red because
No.
you've told me this.
Bread.
bread.
It's bread.
It's bread.
My favorite color is bread.
El pan.
So
Gohan's daughter.
So while you were talking about your video game things,
Yes.
it made me think a lot about mine more.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, how did you feel about video games?
I loved them. Cause my first experience ever with a video game, my first console was a PS2, but my first contact with any video game, that was my own, right, was a CD that my dad got me that had like well over 100 games on it, right? One of those bootleg shits, right?
Yeah.
Popped that into the home computer because we
Yeah.
had one home computer, and that shit had Virtua Fighter, Virtual Cop, Crazy Taxi, some really, really good games, and I used to play those all the time.
Yeah.
So I used to love them. I used to love games as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about how you're talking about fighting games and shit.
I was
Yeah.
throwing sarcasm.
And I'm like, when I was a kid, any video game was fun. Like, it didn't matter what it was,
Nah.
no, to me, it was like that.
Wait. Okay, finish what you're saying.
Because, like, I don't like competitive games now, but if, like, someone put on a fighting game when I was a kid, I'd play it, and I'd have a
course.
good time.
Yeah.
Tekken.
Yeah. Tekken specific. You
played Tekken?
When I was a kid, yeah, I don't play it now.
I played Mortal Kombat. It was one of the first games I ever played.
I play, if I'm talking about 3D fighters, my favorite's Soul Calibur.
Fucking hell, bro.
He's falling.
But,
What'd you do?
my first...
I did
like you
nothing.
said, your bootleg 100 games on one
Yes.
disc. My version of that, like I had the Sega Genesis and then I had
Yeah.
a PlayStation 1, but those weren't really mine.
Wait, can you dap me up real quick? Yes, for the PlayStation 1.
But those weren't really mine. They were just kind of in my house.
Doesn't matter.
But my first console for myself that my parents bought me, it was one of those bootleg, like, at the mall, like they have a kiosk for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like 10,000 games in one console, but it's all fucking Mario for NES. That one.
They're
yeah.
like they just repeat the same 50 games
Yeah.
over and over.
And it's all shitty old first generation Nintendo games.
All right, guys. Since you are our guest, I'd like you to play us out. I'd like you to send us
All right.
out.
So, Will, I fucking love you.
Yeah.
You're
I wasn't expecting that, but okay.
I'm not gonna give another speech like I did for Siam's birthday.
Please do.
Bro, the thing is I don't remember it.
I
but
know.
Lil,
Do you remember it?
Lil?
Yes.
Lil. Your name is backwards now, Lil.
Okay.
Leo,
Lil. Yeah, no, it was just
Lil,
great to be
Mice, and Najib.
here. Oh yeah. Bib,
Bib.
Biab,
Biop.
Yeah.
Bebop.
Bebop.
That's it. Nah, I'm glad I was here.
My full name is Bibiop.
Bibiab.
No, it's Bib.
No, it's Bibiab.
Bibiop.
Oh yeah, William. Bibiab.
Bibiab.
Bibiab. I'm glad I was here to recreate what happened in July. I hope I can be here again one day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And yeah, I fucking love you guys.
All right, Will, scream.
Wait.
Scream.
Hold up. If we recreate what we did in July, we'd have to talk about how we masturbated for the first time.
In front of each other? Because I was there.
That's where it
Oh.
comes.
And